Hey yogis, welcome to our practice today. I'm excited to share it with you. So we'll get started lying on our backs. So making your way down onto your mat. And feet can come to the outer edges. And the arms can come beside the body, palms facing up if this is accessible in your body today. Maybe we keep the palms resting on top of the belly, elbows bent. And just taking our time to arrive here. Maybe acknowledging everything that has happened in your day so far. And just beginning to tune that out and let it go. Being mindful of our physical body and moving in a way that supports our body as it is here in this space. And I invite you for our practice today to move at your own pace. And this might mean following your own rhythm of breath. And letting that be your guide for our practice. And you might find a sign, some soft, subtle movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Circling out the wrists and the ankles. Maybe even nodding the head from side to side. And then inhale, the arms will reach up and overhead, maybe keeping a generous bend to the elbows. The toes will point towards the front of the room as we bring the legs together, finding this inhale, this expansion through our body. And the exhale as everything draws back in. Inhale, drawing one knee in towards the chest and then the other. Maybe you catch for behind the thighs or the tops of the shins, whichever is more accessible today. And then feeling this length from the tailbone all the way through to the crown of the head. Lengthening out our spine. And then we'll slowly find some circles with the knees. And just observing any sensations coming up through our low back. And then circling the knees in the opposite direction. And then coming back through to center. We'll interlace the fingers over top of our left shin. Inhale to extend your right heel up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, root through the back of the heel as we bring our heel down to our mats. And then allow the belly to expand. And on the exhale, maybe the knee draws in just a little bit closer. Observing any sensations coming up through the hips. And then inhale, we'll draw the right knee in towards the left. Interlace the fingers over top of your right this time and extend the left heel up. On the exhale, release the left heel all the way down to the mat. Rooting through the back of the heel, back of the knee. And then inhale, belly expands towards our right thigh. And on the exhale, maybe the knee draws in just a little bit closer. And then inhale, draw the left knee back in to meet the right. This time the palms will come behind the thighs. We can rock along the spine if it feels comfortable. If not, rocking onto the side of your body. And then we'll meet up in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Taking our time to arrive here. And then we'll stack our pelvis with the ribs, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Feeling this length through our spine. And the palms can rest on top of the knees or the thighs. We'll take an inhale to draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together, then down the back, just allowing our shoulders to soften here. On an inhale, reach the arms out and up. And on the exhale, your right palm will cross over towards the left knee as the left arm draws behind the body, keeping the chin in line with the chest. Taking an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, arms reach back up towards center. And then exhale, left palm crosses over towards our right knee as the right arm draws behind the body. Taking an inhale and an exhale. And then moving with your breath. On our inhales, arms reach up. And exhaling over towards our left. Inhaling up. And exhaling to our right. Doing 2 more on each side, maybe moving a little bit slower or quicker. Following that natural rhythm of breath. And then inhale, we'll reach the arms back up, meeting in center. And on the exhale, plant the palms in front of the body, fingers spread wide. We'll stack our wrists with our shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. We're taking our time to arrive in our first tabletop position. And maybe we keep the toes tucked underneath just to alleviate some pressure from the knees, or maybe the tops of the feet come down onto the mat. We're drawing the elbows in towards one another and a gentle push of the chest away from the mat. And then inhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, belly draws towards the earth, chin and chest lift. And then exhale, tailbone rounds through the spine, shoulder blades draw away, maybe gazing back towards the thighs. Inhale. And exhale. Moving through a few rounds of these at your own pace. Next inhale, coming through to center. And then on the exhale, tuck the toes underneath, begin to shift the hips up, press the thighs back. So we're meeting in our first downward facing dog. Feet are about hip distance apart. Elbows draw in towards one another, and you might find a soft bend of the knee so that we can lengthen out our spine. Take an inhale, reach the left leg up and back. And then on the exhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest, around through the spine so that we can plant the left palm between the palms of the hands. And then the right knee comes down. Inhale, arms reach up. And then taking a moment here to settle into our foundation. Thighs are drawing in towards one another. You can keep the right toes tucked for a little more balance here. And then the left hip draws back in towards the hip crease as our right hip draws forward. So checking in with how our body is feeling here. And then we'll take our left index finger and thumb around the right wrist. Take an inhale to reach up. And then on the exhale, draw the right palm over towards the left side of our mat, finding a side body stretch here. Inhale to come back up towards center. And then exhale, plant the palms to frame your left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and then step the right foot all the way up to meet the left. On our inhale, finding a neutral spine halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. And then exhale, soft bend to the knees as we fold forward. Catching for opposite elbows, maybe find a gentle rock from side to side, allowing the spine to lengthen. And then we'll release the grip from the arms, begin to rise up. Arms can reach out and up, forward and up, or maybe keeping them heavy as we arrive at the top of our space. Arms beside the body, palms facing forward. And maybe we find this gentle shift back and forth through the feet, and then really stable in our body here. Meeting at a neutral point. We'll bring our hands to heart center, take an inhale. And then the exhale, begin to bend through the knees, hinge from the hips as we fold forward. And the palms will plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your space. Taking an inhale through plank, and on the exhale, option to lower down from here or lowering down from hands and knees. And the tops of the feet will root down. And then take an inhale, chin and chest to lift, shoulder blades draw together, back and the neck is soft. And then exhale, the forehead will come down to the mat. Inhale to tuck the toes underneath, pressing up through hands and knees or through plank. And then exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back. We're finding our downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, around through the spine, plant the foot between the palms and lower our left knee down. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then checking in with our foundation here. Feeling really grounded and stable through the legs, through the feet. And then we'll take our right index finger and thumb around the left wrist. Inhale to reach up through the fingertips. And then exhale over towards the right. So we're breathing in through our left side of the ribs. Inhale to come back through to center. And then exhale, plant the palms down onto the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step the left foot all the way up to meet the right. Inhale for your halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Catching for opposite elbows and find that gentle rock from side to side. Releasing the arms, will slowly begin to rise up. Inhale. Arms can reach out and up or forward and up. And then exhale, arms beside the body, palms facing towards the front of the room, taking the slight rock forward and back. And then inhale, palms together at heart center. And then exhale, bending from the knees, hinging from the hips as we dive forward, fold forward. Palms to plant down to the mat. And then option here, walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. Take an inhale from your plank, and on the exhale, option to lower down from here or lowering down from hands and knees. Tops of the feet will root down. Take an inhale, chin and chest to lift, shoulder blades draw together. And then exhale, forehead comes down. Inhale, tuck the toes, pressing up through hands and knees or through plank. And then on the exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest, plant the foot between the palms, lower the right knee down. Inhale, arms will sweep up. And then on the exhale, you're kickstanding your right shin over towards the left side of your mat as the arms open up lengthwise to your mat. So this is a modification or a variation of our warrior two. You can walk the foot forward a little bit, finding a little bit of length through the right inner thigh. And then our arms will stay long here. And you might pulse a little bit forward and back. You can keep the hands on the hips as well, just for a little bit of awareness here. Checking in with how our body is feeling. And then inhale, the arms will come to the side, and then we'll windmill back towards center. Plant the palms down onto the mat, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee up and away from the mat, and then take the left palm, reach it up towards the sky, finding an easy twist here. We might bring the right knee down if this is a lot through the legs. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then slowly the left palm will come back down to the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, step the right foot all the way up to meet the left. Inhale for that halfway lift, neutral spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, maybe the palms meet at heart center. Inhale, arms can reach out and up. And then exhale to fold forward. Palms come down to the mat. Walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. Inhaling through plank. And then exhale, always option to lower down from the knees. Inhale, chin and chest to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, toes tuck underneath, pressing up through hands and knees or through plank. Exhale, sit bones, reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, plant the foot between the palms, we're lowering our left knee down. Inhale to rise up. And then exhale, we're kickstanding the left shin over towards the right side of our mat as we open the arms up here. You might walk the right foot forward to create a little bit more length through the left inner hip. Maybe it feels better to keep the left leg in. Just making sure that our right ankle and knee are stacked. And the arms can stay long here as we find that gentle rock back and forth. Maybe we simply keep the hands on the hips for a little more awareness here. Being mindful of the hips and our knees. And then coming back to neutral, take an inhale, pivot the left shin back, reach the arms up, and then exhale, plant the palms down to the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and then the right palm traces the shin as we reach up towards the sky. Taking that inhale here. And an exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, plant the right palm down. We'll step our left foot all the way up to meet the right. Inhale for that halfway lift, neutral spine. And then exhale, we fold. Inhale, rising up, reaching up. And exhale, palms together at heart center. Taking an inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, folding forward. Palms will plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. Taking an inhale through plank. And then exhale, lowering down from knees or lowering down from here. Tops of the feet root down. Inhale, chin and chest to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, tuck the toes underneath, pressing up through hands and knees or through plank. And then exhale, sit bones, reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the left knee in towards the chest, round through the spine, plant the left foot between the palms, and then we're going to pivot onto the outer edge of our right foot as we reach the right arm up and overhead. So we're finding our warrior two stance here. Just taking a moment to settle into your foundation. You can walk the foot forward or back, finding what feels best through the hips. And then we'll take an inhale, reverse the left palm up towards the sky. And then exhale, reach the left palm up and overhead. The right palm can come to rest along the right shin or thigh. Inhale to come back through to center. And then exhale, windmill the palms. We're going to frame our left foot, pivot onto the tippy tops of the right toes, and then we're going to reach our left palm up towards the sky. Take an inhale here, and then come onto the outer edge of your right foot as we walk our left foot towards the center of our mat. Maybe we stack the left foot over top of the right, staggering the feet for more balance, or option to challenge the body by reaching the left leg up and away from the right. Checking in with our body here, taking an inhale, and an exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, left palm plants down, coming back through to center, lowering down from here or lowering down from our knees. Tops of the feet root down. Inhale, chin and chest to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, tuck the toes underneath, pressing up through hands and knees or through plank. And then exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, plant the foot between the palms. Inhale to wave the spine forward as we pivot our left foot down, reaching the left arm up and overhead, her right arm draws forward. So finding our warrior two stance on this side. Taking a moment to check in with our breath. And then inhale, reverse the right palm up towards the sky. And on your exhale, reach the right arm up and overhead. Left palm comes to rest either on the shin or the thigh, breathing in through our right side of the ribs. And then inhale to come back through to center. Exhale, windmill the palms. We're framing our right foot. Come up onto the tippy tops of the left toes. And then reach the right palm up towards the sky. Take an inhale. And then exhale, we're coming onto the outer edge of our left foot. You can pivot or walk our right foot towards center. And this is might be where you stay. Or option two, stagger the right foot with the left. Maybe the right foot stacks on top of the left. Or maybe our right foot begins to hover away from the left, continuing to reach the hips up towards the sky. Taking an inhale and an exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, foot comes back down, right palm plants down. Option to lower down from here or lowering down from hands and knees. Inhale, chin and chest to lift. Exhale, forehead comes down. This time we're pressing our sit bones back towards our heels. And then bringing the forehead to rest on top of the mat. Arms come alongside the body, palms facing up. And slowing down our breath here. If you'd like more space to breathe, big toe mounds will come to touch knees as wide as it feels comfortable. And then walking the palms forward, wide like a child's pose. And then slowly coming forward, we'll bring the knees together underneath the hips. And setting any props you have off towards the side. And then we'll come down onto the forearms. And then walking the legs back so that our pelvis can come down to the mat. So our elbows are stacked underneath our shoulders. Palms of the hands are down on the mat. You can check by grabbing onto the biceps and then placing the palms down. And then shoulder blades draw together, opening through the chest. If you have any low back sensitivities, bring the feet wider than hip distance. Otherwise, the feet stay in line with the hips. And then finding this back bend here. Maybe finding this gentle broadness to the collarbones. Softening the belly in towards the mat. And see if you can notice your breath through the back body. So maybe even feeling the breath in the shoulder blades, the mid back, and maybe even into the low back. And then we'll bring the elbows out towards the sides of our mat, palms to stack on top of one another. Bring the forehead to rest down. You may wiggle the hips from side to side. And then we'll bring our right arm out into a cactus shape, so 90-degree angle with our arm. Bringing the left ear down onto the mat. You can bring the left arm into a cactus shape as well. We're going to draw the right knee in towards the body. Maybe it comes in line with the hip. And just where this feels comfortable through our hip and our left knee. Breathing in towards the mat. Allowing the belly to soften. And switching sides by extending our right leg back. Bringing our right ear this time down onto the mat. And drawing the left knee in towards the hip. And finding that soft, smooth and steady breath. And then the left knee will come back in towards center. And this time extending one arm in front of the other. So drawing it on towards the opposite side of your mat. Coming up onto your hips, and then we're rolling over towards our back. So taking your time to come to rest on your mat. And this time the soles of the feet will plant down onto the mat. Bring them in to touch, and the palms will stay resting on the belly as we draw the knees open. Maybe you bring the blocks underneath the knees for a little more support today. And giving yourself time to settle into this shape. You can walk the heels closer or farther from the body depending on the sensations coming up through the inner and outer thighs. Being mindful of the knees. And just starting to slow down the breath. Maybe feeling the soft, subtle rise of the belly and the chest. And softening the eyes or closing down the eyes. And just noticing all the parts of your body that connect down to the mat. And softening through the body and allowing it to work with gravity here. Staying here as long as you would like. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. Namaste.